Hi guys and welcome to the vlog. So yeah, you find me here at Cudmore Fisheries in Stoke-on-Trent. I'm sitting on the Tara Lake at the minute in time. It's relatively quiet at the minute. There's not actually that much that's been coming out apparently. Spoke to a couple of the lads over at the back there, and basically there's been one fish, a catfish that came out overnight, but that's about it. I've been here for about an hour and a half or so. Firstly, before I kind of go into it, the kind of video itself, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been obviously subscribing and liking and watching the videos. I'm really surprised. I mean, I've only had, what, I think three or four videos out in total, and I've had over 4,500 minutes watched. And you know, again, I've gone from kind of 0 to 41 subscribers, so clearly I'm doing something right. But you know, this has always been about fun. Nice little fish just topped over there, just off camera. But yeah, it's always been about fun and just filling in some time, which, as we all know as carp anglers, you know, it can be a bit slow. So just to kind of talk you through the tactics now. As I said, it's quite warm. I'm edging my bets a little bit. So the right hand rod, that's on a zig about 4 feet out. Now this place is only about 5 feet, so it's only a little bit under the top, but they have been topping constantly. And this rod here is on the bittersweet pineapple pop-ups, so a lot to say. Bittersweet pineapple pop-ups. Yeah, I've only been in the water, I'd say, since 11, which is about 35 minutes or so. A bit later getting down here. I was actually on one of the other specimen lakes, but it just got too busy and I wasn't going to be doubling up on lines, and I couldn't be bothered to have an argument, so moved to the Tara Lake and we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting kind of 12-13 hours or so. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you a few fish. I'll show you my rigs shortly as well, so you can see exactly how I'm kind of set up. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get some more fish and I'll be back with you soon. So this is the type of thing that I keep seeing, so I don't know how clear enough it's going to come up on here, but to the topping out over there, and you can see them if you look at this one. There's one, Christ, where's my finger? One up the back there, and then one that just keeps going through the channel here. That's pretty much, Christ, let me zoom out a bit, a lot of activity there. So pretty much where my zig is over that section, and then if I'm going to come back out, and then I'd say it's just up there somewhere as my other one. So I've put some TNT bottom at the bottom. Oh, gosh, get the words out. Put some TNTs at the bottom, and then fishing bittersweet over the top of it. Yeah, and then black foam. So we'll see how it goes. I've only actually been fishing for about an hour or so. Had some things with Josh and the wife, but yeah, it's nice to be here. Okay then guys, so just a quick update. Nothing has actually come out at the minute in time, but I thought I'd use this chance to show you what rig I have. So we've got a, apologies, I've been distracted by birds. Got a standard kind of inline rig. I've got a bit of tubing at the top there, just to kind of lay everything nice and flat. Nice, again, nice straightforward inline. I've just pulled this apart so you can see it, but it's basically a rig tubing just to help a little bit with the kind of layout of the rig, but more so just to kind of tidy the kind of swivels, etc. up. So that goes onto a kind of KD rig, semi-stiff kind of hook link, onto a kind of size 6 hook with kind of like a bittersweet pop-up. So yeah, pretty straightforward, nothing really special, but it served me well. So so far, as I said, no kind of action. I've got one rod on a zig, as I mentioned earlier on. No fish on the entire lake have come out at all, despite people being here for 24 hours, so I'm not exactly expecting that much action so quickly. Obviously I'll keep you up to date with how things go, and fingers crossed we'll get a fish. So yeah, I mean, there's been about kind of 10 to 15 rigs in the water. A few more people have joined across the back. But unfortunately, you know, there's not really very much going on. It's been really slow. It's like 25 degrees. It's a bit hard to see a bite coming, but who knows? It only takes one bite, so fingers crossed something changes. Basically just discuss a few kind of tips that I've kind of got. I mean, as you know from some of my videos, really, my videos tend to be more kind of aimed at your your newbie carper, if you like, or somebody who's probably only been in there for a short period of time. So Luke, you know, if you're an experienced angler, some of these may just be bog standard to you, and that's fine. You know, feel free to just to skip on a little bit. But I think one thing I would probably just point out, especially on pressured lakes, I think what I find, I use say various different types of boilies, but I generally always use pop-ups. Now on highly pressured lakes, what I do find works quite well is to actually chop the side of the boilie up, so it also becomes a bit like a wafter type shape. So definitely, you know, consider doing that. It's something that, as I said, it's worked quite well for me in the past. I've caught quite a few fish, and you know, don't have to be squares. Just cut them into whatever shape you want. It genuinely, it makes no difference. That carp does not give two hoots whether it's a circle, whether it's a blinking triangle. You know, it's just something that is a little bit different to what they're seeing. So that's definitely something I'd advise you of. I also wanted to try and pick up as well, because I mentioned this again on my tips video, and um, people who are new to fishing, or new to carp fishing, don't really like tying their own rigs. And you know what, I get that. I didn't when I started, and I still don't for most of the majority of time. If you shop around, you'll see some good kind of hook links. Now, me personally, I've actually got someone to pre-make my rigs for me. I can't be bothered, and I'm not skillful enough to have confidence in the kind of rigs that I use. And again, this isn't, you know, this isn't your ability as an angler being taken into account. Rigs that, you know, you can buy on the shops are perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Especially if you're talking like a quarter rigs or anything like that, it's definitely worth having a look. But as I say, I have mine personally made to my exact specifications. The hook that I want, the coated or type of braid that I want. I have, for example, trying to think back to the one I've got on there now. So it's it's like a quarter D rig. So I've got the KD rig, the quarter KD rig. It's got a quarter kind of coated stiff hook link. The actual millimeters of hair is exactly what I requested. The kind of the anti-tangle sleeve, it's the actual specific anti-tangle sleeve that I want. So look, I'm not going to claim to be great at tying them. I'm not. So why not get somebody else to do it for you? Don't let anyone think or tell you that you're not a good angler because you can't tie your own rigs. It's absolute bull. Do what makes you feel comfortable and what's going to give you a bit of confidence when it comes to fishing. Another thing that I think actually might be quite useful for your fishing, really. So I have a tray that's actually meant to be used for food, but it kind of doubles as a bucket as well. So I will put a quick kind of picture of this up now for you. But when you have really kind of deep edges, which I think most lakes these days are, you can't see the bottom when you look over the side of the actual the peg, that's what I'm looking for. So you can't really see them, so this kind of doubles as a good chance to spot exactly you know, how your rigs are looking underneath the water. So something that is literally, it's £2 or £3. Go to Aldi, go to Sainsbury's. You don't have to go to a fishing tackle shop for this type of thing. It's completely unnecessary. You know, go and find yourself a cheap bucket and use it. Generally it gives you again that bit of confidence. If you don't know what your rig looks like, no matter how you think it should, this will literally take all the worry out of it, which for me, that's what fishing's about. It's about minimizing the risk at all times, and then it's just down to your skills and angler, and let's face it, a bit of luck. Okay, so just to give you an idea of exactly what I meant earlier on my other video. So in terms of this bucket, as I said, it was a couple of quid. Pop your rig into the water. Let's see exactly how it looks underneath. So to probably give you some context, but that is about, it's literally sitting just off bottom, popped up, and as you can kind of see what I was on about again, it's been chopped down into a little bit, kind of KD rig style, nice little weight of there, bit of putty just to keep it on the flat. Okay then guys, so yeah, it's been a disappointing day. I mean, it's about 5 o'clock now. I've been here since around 10ish, something like that. There's been 11 people on the bag, not a single person's caught. So you know what, again, I can't really do much about that. I've tried everything. I've tried zigs, I've tried different coloured boilies, different flavoured boilies. I've tried dips and glugs and everything like that I've got from Hydro Baits. If no one else is catching, and I know that I'm not, I've done nothing wrong. So probably one of the shortest kind of fishing vlogs in the world, and apologies it's not actually that interesting, so again I'm sorry about that. But either way, you know, it's out, it's comfortable. I'm not working, quite frankly, so it's never a bad thing. But trying to think of anything else I can tell you. That's been about it really. I mean, I say it's been uneventful, not a single beep. So yeah, make sure again guys that you check out the other videos, and once again thank you to everybody who's taken time to watch my other videos. Again, you know, from earlier on, I've got 3 videos up there at the minute. I've got one from Millbrook which was really productive, so that was good, and one from Cromwell which has done really well. I think it was about 2,200 something views or something like that in the last couple of months, so again that's been great. And there's also a tips video that I did for that place as well, so definitely check them out guys. I'll try and put a link up above, and obviously links down below for you. Sorry it's been a little bit boring, as I said, this one. It's always good to try and show you the good and the bad. You know, you don't always catch, that is fishing. I think if you were just seeing other vlogs and they're catching and catching and catching, trust me, there's blanks in between them. So yeah, thank you everybody, and I'll see you on the next trip.